Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to replace the intake manifold gasket on this Opel Corsa C from 2003. I'm going to start by disconnecting the mass airflow sensor. To do that, use a 7mm socket and undo these hose clamps. Unplug the mass airflow sensor. With a T30, undo these two big nuts and this little mini intake will come out. Undo this hose clamp. I'm going to use a lockable plier to remove it like that. Then pry out the hose. So unplug the connector from this side. You can see this throttle body is water cooled. Alright. This is basically recirculating the blow by gases. Next, unplug the injectors. Like that. Now with the E10 and a short extension, you've got two bolts which holds the fuel rail on the intake manifold. Gently pry it out like that. It should come out quite easy. If not, spray some lubricant on the top, on this tip of the injectors. Then the injectors will come out much more easier. Also, to make life easier, you can go ahead and remove this coolant hose which goes into the heater core inside the cabin. I'm going to unplug the camshaft position sensor. Now, this hose is going to be very stuck in there. It's very important to lubricate it, just like that. Also, you have to drain some coolant if you want to remove this coolant hose, otherwise you get a lot of coolant down on your alternator and you don't want that. Now, let's unplug this rest of the connector, the coolant temperature sensor and this oil pressure sensor. It's just one wire connector. Then we can pull out this wiring harness, unplug the solenoid for the evaporative control system, like that, so the wiring harness can be free. Now you can see the intake manifold is getting more and more emptier. Down here I can show you this little clip which basically holds this wiring harness on the intake manifold back there. So you either break these clips, which are very difficult to be open, and I can guarantee you that's impossible to connect them back. So you either break them down or take a flathead screwdriver and you got this little clip and you open it like that. So that's the movement you got to do behind the intake manifold. Otherwise, the intake manifold will be always stuck. Now on this other side, let's release as well the wiring harness. You've got a little mini computer on this side. You've got 4 bolts on each corner. Relatively difficult to get access to, but with some patience, you will remove them. This is the part I was talking about. Now it's off finally. Also down here with the E10, you want to remove this AGR valve hose which connects with the intake manifold. Place your wrench in there. They should come out quite easy, so just like that. Next, with a long 10mm socket, undo these bolts. These will not come out totally, they will be like this. So the intake manifold will come out. On the back you've got connected this brake booster vacuum line. So if you want to remove that as well, place your screwdriver and pry it out. Like that. From this point you can inspect the intake manifold for cracks, for anything that might allow vacuum leak. This intake manifold can be separated in 2 parts. You see you've got a bunch of clips around the intake manifold. And you've got 4 gaskets, small ones. They are very easy to install and remove. You can use something like a needle and pry them out like that. Before installing the intake manifold with the new gasket on, make sure that you clean the surface on the contact points. You can go ahead and inspect the valves and you should not see oil dripping on those valves, because that will indicate you've got an internal oil leak, which will make your engine run for a little while, not for long. Now the installation process is quite simple. I'm gonna skip the installation process because I know most of you guys don't need that. Okay guys, so that was pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos about this Opel Corsa, there is gonna be a link in the description below with a playlist with all the videos I made about this car. And until next time, take care, so I can see you soon.